So in my case, I grew up as a son of an alcoholic. And I think to some extent, there's this wiring that happens when you're a child. And so some of the wiring I've recently discovered, I had Bert Kreischer, the comedian, on my podcast, and it sort of came out of me when he was there. Bert's a very well-known drinker, and it's almost a joke about how much that he drinks. And I asked him, I said, Bert, what kind of a husband or father do you think you are? And he said, I think I'm a 10 out of 10. And I think he is. And I told him, I said, I just discovered something about myself, brother. And it was that my dad's drinking. It wasn't just that I was worried, is he going to get in a fight? Is he going to be mean? Or mom and dad going to have a disagreement? I said, what happened was I worried about my dad. Is he going to come home tonight? Is he safe? Is he in danger? And that wired into me as a little boy, the neurology, the pattern of worry and fear. And so as I've gotten to be an older grown man, I've uncovered that the last year or two. I have a pattern where I have a tendency, my emotional home, so to speak, as I go back to worry and fear. And I don't want to live that way. And so I've been working on unwiring that. That's the thing I've been working most on my healing journey is, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'm blessed. I'm favored. And it's undoing that wiring of worry and fear, because we all have an emotional home. We all have 3 or 4 emotions that no matter what happens in a given week or month, we're going to get it. So if your emotional home is anger or worry or fear or frustration, no matter what the external conditions are, you're going to find a way to get your hit of it because it's your home. Conversely, if your emotional home is peace or equanimity or bliss or ecstasy, passion, focus, you'll find a way on a regular basis to get that emotion that you're familiar with, because we're wired for it in our bodies and in our minds to be familiar with those emotions. So I just chose, what are the emotions I want? Do I want to live in worry and fear? Even though my external life is so great, I still have a tendency to worry and live fearfully. Or how do I want to live? I want to live in peace. I want some equanimity. I want bliss in my life. And so I've been rewiring that. And it's something I've been really, really excited about and proud of that I've done that work at 50 years old, 52 now. It's been happening.